Master Loot removed from BFA. That's right, for those of you who are a fan of Master Loot in raids, you may not be happy. Stick around as we discuss things. Want more gold guides, profession leveling, prepare for battle for Azeroth, subscribe to the channel now for all of this and more. In the recent Director's Q A question came from NotLikeVix, which stated, with the recent push toward personal loot, is there a reasonable expectation that it will be the only option for current level raids going forward into BFA? In Hazzikostas Ben stated, yes, that's a reasonable expectation. The primary loot option will be personal loot. Master loot is primarily used to distribute tier armor pieces. Now, obviously, we're not going to have tier pieces going forward, so maybe they feel that this is not needed. But Ian also made it very clear that split raids are not something that Blizzard likes. And it allows guilds to funnel loot to players who have alts parked on the outside of the raid, ready to come in and be given the loot. Now, let's face it, this is a method that's used by larger guilds to make sure that their raid members get the loot quick and that they can progress more quickly through the raid content. But it's also used by guilds that are selling runs. Now, I don't know about you, but I have mixed feelings on this situation. Having played and raided in vanilla, for example, the guilds use DKP. Now, for those of you that are not aware of what DKP was or even is, DKP was Dragon Kill Points. For every hour that you stayed in a raid, or for every boss that you helped to kill, you got so many DKP added to your list. After you got enough DKP, you could pretty well have what gear pieces you needed or wanted. But, as I was saying, the guilds used DKP to determine who got the loot from each drop. This was supposed to be set up so that those who had the most DKP could use it like money to get the gear that they needed or wanted. However, I've seen players with a lot more DKP who needed the gear more than anything else, and the master looter would give it to someone who is a personal friend, a wife, husband, what have you. And so in the long run, the people who needed the gear and should have rightfully gotten it, they got the shaft. With this kind of situation, I could fully understand why people would want to see master loot gone. I was in a guild one time, and the guild master was also the raid leader, and you guessed it, the master looter, and would have his wife on the outside with an army of alts ready to come in and get the gear funneled to her characters. But next week, she would do the same for him, essentially making sure that they got the best gear available and not really caring about the raiders, unless of course the raid wiped. Then the guildmaster would blame the raiders for having poor gear. Nowadays, you see master looter option used by guilds who sell runs. They make huge gold and you get a shot, not guaranteed, but a shot at loot if it drops. Now, I do have to say that if used correctly, the master loot option within a guild can be a great thing. It can ensure players who need to get the gear to help the guild progress gets it. But in many cases, as in the examples I gave here, the master loot can be used as a way to help greedy raid leaders or guild leaders to funnel the gear to their own alts, and even take possession of epic bind on equip items that drop in the raid. In this case, I've seen many times where the raid leader would go and sell this epic BOE item and pocket the money himself. Now, what are your thoughts on the master loot removal? Are you all for it, or are you against it? And in either case, why? Let me know in the comments section below. For now, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, have a great day.